Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bite Time. My name is Terry Toot, and today's show will be called Tech Time for School. Young men and young ladies, guess what? Your summer is over. It's time to go back to school. Hate to break your hearts, but reading, writing, and arithmetic are waiting for you. So today's show, we're going to talk about some of the top laptops for students in the grades from 8 to 12, which is 8th grade to your senior year for the school year of 2026. We're going to go through this with a fine-tooth comb, ladies and gentlemen, because the situation with the tariffs and the trade stuff and all that, because of the components that are in there that come from overseas, and they're going to be a price a little higher. Also, you have to remember, we have the operating systems have like a chatbot or AI, which is Microsoft Copilot. Then if you want to use the other chatbots, you're going to need more features. So we'll get into all of that. Last night was NFL preseason football. There was a bunch of games on last night. And I have one big happy announcement to make later on in the show. So let's come on back and have a great time. And let's live that funk. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Once again, this is Bite Time. My name is Terry Toot, and today's show will be called Tech Time for School. Like I said, we're going to talk about some of these laptops. The top ones I picked out, ladies and gentlemen, is not what the analysts and writers and people that have these publications. This is ones I kind of picked out, and ones, like I said, the prices are going to be up and down, a little stagnant. Excuse me. So it's going to be a little crazy here. So I'm going to try and find the ones in the price range, also with the necessary specifications on here. All right. So what else we got going on? Oh, I said I was going to make an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a proud uncle because my nephews, the Vegas Nighthawks, beat the San Diego Strike Force last night. They won the Western Conference, and I'm so happy. They're playing for the Indoor Arena Football Championship in Tucson, Arizona on August 23rd. I wish I could go there, but I'll be there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy right now. My nephew he was busting his ass, everything else, and he made that commitment to go back out to Arizona again. I mean, excuse me, out to Las Vegas to play again, and now they're in the championship. I'm so happy for him, and I hope the next step will lead to the NFL. But I'm extremely happy for him. I can't go to the game, but I will watch the game for sure. It'll be on they said 9:30 Central Time, so it's 10:30 here. So I will be watching it, and they're waiting for the winners of the Green Bay Blizzard versus the Quad City Steamrollers. That's the Eastern League of the indoor arena football. So congratulations to those guys for making it too. But you know what? I'm proud uncle, and sending my love to him, and I hope he wins the championship. And oh, definitely, sir. Most definitely, Brian. Most definitely. I would do that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm very proud of him. He's come a long way from starting at Pace University. Then he was supposed to go into the XFL team, and then they combined the leagues, and he lost out on there. Then someone got him a connection to go for a trial here in Maryland, and then he had to go to Texas, and he stayed with my sister, and he made the team last year. So I'm extremely, extremely happy for him, and I'm very proud of him. And also he has his degree from Pace University. So you know what? That's the most important thing. And a lot of these guys out here, they turn pro and all that stuff, but they don't have the degree. My nephew has a degree, and I'm happy for him. Brian Midnight, I will get you if you could just leave me your email address. I will definitely get you a link, and we'll try to get you some tickets out there. All right. Thank you very much. So Brian Midnight, he's on here. Let's give him a round of applause for coming on again. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, let's move on now. We got a show to do. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today's show. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. So today's show, we're gonna talk about today's show. We're gonna talk about school years back. The kids are here, and we have to they need these tools, they need the laptops, because a lot of schools, like say for instance, if you're on the east coast and you have snowstorms and you need that portability, okay, and you're going to need specifications that'll work properly, because you don't want your system to crash, you know what I mean? So it's best that you have a good machine, and we'll take it from there. So let's get started, and let me do this real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some organized. Okay, so first and foremost, with the tariffs being initiated, because parts of, because you can't. I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't want to say this, but majority of the integrated parts that are in the laptops, your chips, are made over in Taiwan, Indonesia, China, mostly in the Far East. Okay, so they're trying to make parts here. It's going to take a long time before they get there up and running. Some are made here, but we still have to get the chips from overseas, and that's something that's out of my hands. But we definitely need that. So for first and foremost, there's going to be the price of the laptops are going to be higher than you've ever seen, because when Trump announced that he was going to put a tariff if it's not made in the United States, a lot of the companies, your Dells, HP, Asus, Acer, they had a stockpile of laptops stored away. Okay, but when that inventory got low and they had to produce some more, the price is going to go up. It's just it's just something that's going to happen. Now with the terrorism involved, it's going to be even higher. So what I'm going to do is break it down: prices, necessity. So say for instance you buy a laptop, okay, now you'll be good for at least 2 to 3 years. Even though it changes every year, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna come with the ones that I think are necessary for your child. Like I said, from grades 8 to 12, eighth grade, junior high, to your senior year. Okay, because eighth grade you don't need a bulked up machine. You don't. Even though you're learning how to do C plus. Um, what else they're using? They're using all kind of to write programs. Okay, and like I said, you still need a nice size hard drive. You still need um, a little memory in there. Okay, so here we go. All right, so the first machine I'm going to talk about is the Apple. This is the MacBook 13-inch with the M4 chip. This is a 2025 machine. Now, this retails right now for $800, $799. Okay, it's got 13.6 liquid retina display and 16 gigs of unified memory on here. Okay, um, and it comes with 12 megapixel camera. Okay, so um, yeah, so that's definitely they're one of the best out there, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to say that I'm not a Mac person, but they're rated one of the best laptops out here. Okay. Um, and also, I would say this by Apple, they make their own processors, ladies and gentlemen. You can't go wrong. Company makes their own processors. You can't go wrong because before it was just Intel, um, AMD. AMD is making phenomenal. 'Cause my machine I use right, I tell you this all the time. I have an AMD machine, okay, and it works like a charm. Matter of fact, it's better than some of my Intels I have. All right, but like I said, with the M4 chip on here, it's really, really important that because everybody's using, um, hey, keep it real. Let's keep it real. Chat GPT is here. Artificial intelligence is here. It's just here. It's not going anywhere. It's really, and the top it off is making people lazy. Okay, but Chat GPT, AI, all that stuff, it's not going anywhere. But if you're going to use it, you're going to need something to keep it going. And this machine right here, this is rated one of the top ones in the country. Okay, and this is something, mom and dad. I know it's $800. As things are really tight right now, and this is something that's really necessary if your child is a Mac, if you're using Mac. All right, cool, cool, cool. Oh, one more thing I want to press about. It has um, two Thunderbolt ports, and a MagSafe charging port, uh, headphone jack, a Wi-Fi 6E format, which is good, and Bluetooth 5.3, excellent. And it also supports two external displays, so that works out perfectly. So you want to run two monitors on here. This laptop is capable of doing this, so you can't go wrong. Okay. Next one is the Acer Swift Go 14-inch. Excellent, excellent, excellent. They have really, really, really come a long way. I'd say in the last 15 to 20 years. Before, um, they had crappy processors. They had crappy stuff in there. Their circuitry in there was horrible. Um, for some odd reason, they put their money together and decided let's build up a machine that we can compete with the Lenovo's. We can compete with the Dells. We can compete with the HPs, the Asus. Now they have machines that are just as good as these guys are here. All right. So the Asus Swift Go 14-inch machine, model SFG 14-7152 TV. This is going for $700, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is going to be a machine, like I said, it's going to be worth your money for your child, ladies, mom and dad. All right. Like I said, I know things are tough, but you can't skeet around the issue of the tariffs are going to affect how we have technology nowadays. Okay, from your laptops, desktops, your TVs. Okay, anything that has integrated circuitry in it, it's going to get hit with the tariff unless it's made in the United States. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right. So this one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through it real quick. 14-inch screen on here. It's running an Intel processor. 5 gigahertz. Okay. Now it has memory. Now this is where it's going to come into play. It comes 4 gigs of RAM. You have 8 gigs, 16, 32. That's what it's slotted for. Like I said, the memories and all these laptops nowadays, the motherboard is the memories are soldered into the motherboard. So when you order these laptops, please make a note of how much memory you want in here. Okay. The ports have Ethernet, HDMI, USB-C. Has a lithium battery on here. What else we got on here? It's for the price. You can't go wrong. Asus is making some really good progress. Like I said, in the last 15 to 20 years. Um, there's a backlit light on your keyboards, which is fine. Bright view, HD audio, memory card reader. That's real important. Really. Web camera, and it has memory slots of one SODIMM, two, and four. Okay. Um, like I said, you can't go wrong. It has a 512 gigabyte solid state drive, which is great. Okay. And it's 24 megabytes of cache. So you got anything cached in, 24 megabytes is perfect. Okay. Um, like I said, they got stereo speakers built in here and 3 microphones. You can have 3 microphones or 2 microphones. So for $700 Acer, they make. I'm going to talk about another Acer in here. Okay. So even though this is a little expensive, this is something that's going to last for a long time. All right. Excuse me. The next one is Asus ZenBook. Um, I have an Asus VivoBook. All right. The ZenBook I had got it last year, but I took it back because the screen was just a little bit too small for what I want to do with my podcasting. Okay. So this one is 14-inch WXUGA. I'm gonna explain to you what that is. An AI built in OLED business computer. This one's $639, and the WXUGA is a widescreen extended graphics array. Okay, so that's 1920 by 1200 pixels. That's what that is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, it does have an Intel Core Ultra 5. Now, this is the slick thing that these Intel's doing now. Ultra, like it sounded like so powerful. It's ultra, it's the best. Okay, but it's not. It's just a lower end processor. They're just trying to get yourself pumped up thinking it. When you say ultra, you think it's the powerful, but it's not. It's a very slow processor to begin with. Okay. Um, the base speed on here is only 1.2 gigahertz. That's pitiful. And the max it can go to is 4.5. Okay. Um, it does have the Intel Arc graphics, but why would you spend that kind of money, ladies and gentlemen, on something that's slow as hell like that? I wouldn't buy this for my child to begin with, unless this is something you can afford. $605. 600. So let me take that. $639. You can. That's a lower end of the spectrum. Okay, it does have Windows 11, of course. Um, they do have other screens on here, but the WXGA, that's like the best one because it's a business laptop. Okay. Um, the processor, I would spend some money on that. 1.2 gigahertz is not working for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's not working for me. It does have a touchpad. Has Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth format 5.3, the latest, so it's standard. Um, it weighs at 2.82 pounds. I don't know, it's not that heavy, but it's a little bit heavier than the other machines. Comes with a webcam. Battery life 15 hours. You can't go wrong with that. All right. It does have a USB-C, easy fast charge, 2 Thunderbolt ports, so you can't go wrong there. It does have HDMI, so if you want to hook up like another television or connect it to your TV and run it through there, you're fine. And it has your audio jack, so that's something to think about. $605, but I'm going to spend a little bit more money because I want a bigger processor. I'm sorry, that's just too 1.2 gigahertz. It's just too slow for nowadays. And you're running like, say, if you have a child that's learning how to do coding or writing programs, all right, you need Power CLI. You're running that, okay? SQL, uh, C plus, um, all those. What is it? Python. You're using Python to write programs. 1.2 gigahertz is not doing it for me. Okay, that's just me. Okay. All right. The next one we're going to talk about is the HP 2020 Pavilion X360 with the 14-inch full high definition screen on here. And it's a touchscreen, 2-in-1. All right. Oh, my throat keep doing this. Sorry about that, everybody. But this one is retailing for $449, I think it was. I'm sorry, I didn't have the price on here, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. But I think this one was $449. You can get this one at Walmart or HP store. Okay. This is 14 inches. 256 gig on your solid state drive. It has an i5 processor. It's not Ultra, i5. We'll get to that in a minute. It only comes with 8 gigs of RAM. I'm going to say this. If you're going to run something like that, 8 gigs of RAM, that's really the baseline that I would run. I gotta have at least 16. All right. Let me just pull this up real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I had it earlier. Sorry about that. Let's see. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Bear with me. Let's see. Let's see if we can find this for you. Sorry about that. Pavilion. Yeah, so I wouldn't. Like I said, be careful and do your research, mom and dad. You're picking out these laptops for your kids because they'll hit you with verbiage, ultra or sensational and stuff like that, and it's a pitiful laptop. You know what I mean? And you really don't want to. You have a child working on something and it's all freezing up because they're telling you it's ultra. Ultra don't mean nothing. You know, it really doesn't. They're just telling you it's just a model that they created with a sorry processor. And Intel really is I just think that they're just fooling people sometimes when they do that, and it's not cool to me. I mean, it is what it is. I get it when they put in the verbiage and try to make it sound like it's so scientific and blowing you away. And it's not the truth. It's not that's not the truth. And they shouldn't do that. But it is, like I said, it's a doggy dog world out here. And it is what it is. So let's see what we got here. This one, this one, the prices it could vary on this one. Pavilion SX. Yeah, this is like 400. It's real cheap. It's not the best thing out there. 469 basically. Um, it's not the best, but it's if you can't afford anything better, I can understand that. I'll go through it real quick. It's running an i5 processor. Um, the processor on here is slow, even slower than the other one we talked about. This is a 1.0 gigahertz baseline speed. Okay, it says it can go turbo at 3.6, but I get it. I get it, ladies and gentlemen, because of everything that's going on. All right, like I said, 14-inch screen on here, high definition, 1920 by 1080, 256 gig solid state drive. That's okay. Comes with 16 gigs of RAM, and most definitely you have all your ports, USB, one USB 3.1, two USB 3.1. Just saying here, generation one. Excuse me, generation one Type A, and then one HDMI port and a headphone port. So you got some stuff that's compatible. It works good. Okay, cool. All right, next one is an Acer Aspire. Okay, and let's play a little music here, real quick. Um, this one's running with the Ryzen 5. Okay, 7520 processor. The baseline speed on this 2.8 gigahertz, $432 at Acer Aspire. Mom and dad, this is a steal. I'm telling you, Acer has done so much in the last 15 to 20 years. I worked at CompUSA, and they were selling them worse than the Packard Bell. These were like laughable, like the Packard Bell computers. Everybody remember those. But you can't go wrong for a price like this, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon as we speak. All right. It comes with 8 gigs of RAM, though. Okay. Now, if you want like another 8, it's probably gonna cost you like another 100 or so. But you can't go wrong with the price, mom and dad. All right. Like I said, I know things are tight, but you can't go wrong. It has all the basic formatting on here. Excellent. You just can't. I can't preach anymore about how important it is, your child to have tools, which is considered a tool that makes the school work with, like you're doing programs or just doing basic homework. You can't go wrong here. Okay, the next one is a Dell 14 Plus DB 14250 14-inch. Now this one's on the Dell website and it's selling for $750. Okay, it does have an anti-glare screen on here, 250 2560 by 1600. That's immaculate pixels on there. Okay, it does have an ultra. Here we go, the ultra, but this processor runs baseline at 2.2 gigahertz. Okay, or you can up it to the Ultra 9 on 280 volts, which runs at 3.3 gigahertz. Okay, it does come with 16 gigs of RAM, and it does have the option of up in the putting more RAM up to 32 gigs, so that's real good. It does have a 1 terabyte. You can't go wrong with solid state drive. A 1 terabyte. What else we got? Wi-Fi, your regular ports and everything on here. You cannot go wrong. Cannot go wrong. All right, 750. Yeah, but you're getting a good machine. You're getting a good machine. All right, and you got a 64-watt battery on here. You can't go wrong. It's just Dell has really doing their thing here, and like I said, you can't go wrong with that. Does Windows 11? All of them come with Windows 11. You can't go wrong, so you don't have to worry about the time bombs coming in because of Windows 10. You got Windows 11 already installed. So yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end the show. I want to thank Mr. Brian Midnight will come on. Give him a round of applause, and I'll get that information to you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a new school. Some places, I have a niece that lives in Louisiana. She goes back to school on the 13th, she told me. And I just want to say good luck to all the students out there. Good luck to you. It's coming up 2025, 2026, 2026 school year is going to be great for you. You young men and women going in from 8th grade and those guys that entering your senior year. I remember my senior year. I had so much stuff I had to plan. You know, where I want to go to college, what I want to do. Do I want to join the military? I almost joined the Marines, and that would have been not pretty. That would have not been pretty, but I came close to joining, but I did not. I went a different route, but yeah, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on. I really appreciate it. And Brian, I'll get your information to you, sir. And most definitely, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end the show with Lighter Than Air. Thank you all for coming on. Appreciate your love. Good luck and be well.